We'll see how it works tonight, if it's good or if it's not good. My picture's not the greatest, that's for sure, but we'll see. Nobody's here. Am I back on? When did it start? It's not back on mine, on my end. That's what I'm saying. Check, check. Mine's not on at all. It's just quit. It says disconnected, reconnecting on my end. Check, check. Reconnection successful. Let's see if anybody can hear me. See me? I don't know if we got anybody here, to tell you the truth. I know it says I'm here and Rebecca's here. Hopefully, if anybody's here, y'all can hear me. We'll sit here, see if anybody pops in before we get started. Anyway, I think we're back connected again. I told everybody we might not have one this week, but it's working a little better, I hope. So, all right. Looks like Tool Time's here. What's going on? I appreciate you stopping by. I don't know if we're going to be buffering or what, so I hope it stays connected. I'm already buffering over here. Got to take that off and see if I can get it to show. Red shows 10 people on my side. Awesome. Well, we'll see how long I hope everything stays up and running. Great to see everybody here. Hi, Red. Hi, Tool Time. Hi, Rebecca. Anyway, sorry about last week for whoever was here last week. Connection. I'm not sure how good the connection is tonight. It looks like it's a lot better, but last week we ended up getting a thing from Verizon saying they were having issues on their end, but that don't mean that they're not buffering some. So apologize if it's buffering. It feels like I'm about 10 minutes ahead of everybody, but I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I ain't been on but 3 minutes, so it feels like I'm there. What's up, Ricky? What's up, Randy? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Just going to kind of go over. I went to the last week we didn't have a chance to go. I went to the Mayhem, which was awesome. That's been in a couple of videos. I got another one hopefully to come out tomorrow on it. I've actually got a couple more videos to come out on Mayhem, but I'll probably put the next Mayhem out, and then I've got another video where I went to the Central Florida Diecast show. It's a great show if you're ever down in Florida. It's the third Sunday of every month. Is that correct? Yeah. My wife can confirm. I believe it's the third Sunday of every month. It's in right there in Orlando, and it's a great show. It's the best show that I've been to since I've been in Florida. But anyway, picked up a few pretty cool stuff. I did pick up a few things while I was out and running. Thought we might talk about some of that today. Is there anything in particular y'all want to talk about? We can talk about it. Pretty cool. I picked up some arrows. I found some stuff at the store, and somebody had asked me about finding one, and I ended up finding a couple of them. I thought we might go over some of this stuff that I'd picked up. If y'all want to, like I said, this video should come out probably this next week. This week I've got another Mayhem to come out, and then this video will probably come out the week next week or whatever. So, but anyway, right off the bat, I can go over my favorite find, I believe, at the show or at the Hot Wheels show is this one. I'm going to try to show it to you, but I don't know how to. Let's see if I can shade this a little bit so you can see it. I think it's might be too much light. I don't know. I'm trying to get a lot of light this time, but it's a lot of light or something. But there, you can kind of see the tampos. Um, there you go. Maybe that's better. Um, this is a snake, and the main reason I picked it up is because of the stickers on it. I have snake at home, but I'm kind of liking picking up these red lines with the original stickers from back in the day when the kids used to put them on, and I just thought that was really cool. And after I saw that one, that was just a have to have item, even though I've even got some already. But you can see somebody, their initials were TH. The gentleman had a few pieces of the TH stuff that I thought it was really cool. I ended up picking this one up. Like I said, the tampos is what drew me to this. So I'm thinking about even pulling as I get these type cars, if I can find them with these type tampos where they're really nice shape other than just the tampos, I'm going to start picking up these maybe, and then taking the ones that doesn't have the tampos and maybe trading them around and selling them and buying and then replacing them with the ones with the stickers on, because I really enjoy looking at the old school stickers. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure y'all can see it in there. It looks real bright on my end. Is it pretty bright in there? But anyway, I ended up picking that piece up from him, and then also picked up, this is a Blackwall jet threat, and the shape on this thing is crazy. Canopy is really nice, and the sides um, are showing some really nice, the tampos are usually wore out on this, so this was a big upgrade for my collection. And I'll take the other one out as long as there ain't no variation on it. And now I've got a really nice example with just a couple little chips. Only thing concerns me about this one is the front wheel pattern. See the back wheel pattern, the front wheel pattern. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to have the same wheel pattern or not, because there was quite a few of these wheels that come out without the circle right in the middle. You can kind of see a difference in there. It is bright. I can try to turn it down some if that would help. Y'all think that'll help? I'd try to turn it down. But anyway, that jet threat was for my collection too. So anyway, I can try to mess with the camera if y'all think it's a little bright. Like I said, I've just tried to get it in tonight, and I'm glad that it's working a lot better. Um, so everybody seems to not be buffering. That's a good thing. I try to turn it down some, but I'm afraid it's going to mess up a little bit. So I think we'll just keep going with what we got if y'all are good with that. I'm not sure if we've got, like I said, we'll just go on with what we got right now. This is what we got to finish up. We'll go over this today. Like I said, if there's anything y'all want to talk about, y'all just put it in. We're still down in Florida. I'm just glad that it's actually coming in tonight. But anyway, that was the first couple of pickups I really enjoyed. Then I picked up, there's these classics. Um, I picked up 5 of these classic Scorching scooters. I collect Scorching scooters. I've already got these colors, but there was a couple things I was kind of wondering about, so I just went ahead and picked them all up that he had. These were on the dollar table, so I couldn't go wrong with them. I do know that much. But this first one here, the main reason I picked it, well, I just went ahead and picked them all up, but this one kind of was throwing me for a loop because I can't remember. If you look at the front handlebars there, they're gray, and this is a classics. So if you look, this is a different color in it, of course, but all the classics I thought had chrome handlebars, and this one has a gray handlebar. So that, to me, was the main reason I wanted to see if this was actually an era, or because I don't remember them ever coming with chrome handlebars on the classics, but I could be completely wrong on that. But you can see there, that's the main reason I picked that one up. But then these other 3, I believe, are the same color. Pops made it. What's going on, Pops? And these other three were this color. But I'll put this one here and I'll show you these. These two were way different colors, but I talked to my wife. She said these were the same color. But you can see the toning on this one's a whole lot darker than this one. Of course, they're all chrome handlebars. But the toning and the color is way different on this. I'm colorblind, so this looks like a completely different color than this. But she said it's just light and dark. So there's those two. So I got the light and dark on that. And then this is kind of almost the same color. So I've got some variations to check out now on these when I get home. And I collect that casting. So that's one of the reasons I went and picked those up. We'll stay with the dollar box here. I can't not pick up the mini truck when I found them for $1. This is the final run, so that was the last version that you will find of the mini truck that they were made by Mattel. And then they retired the casting and they won't make this casting anymore. So that's the final run, but I can't pass them up when they're almost mint on the dollar table, so I went ahead and got that one. We picked up the La Trucka. I've been kind of back and forth. I used to collect this casting a long time ago. Then I ended up deciding to get rid of the whole casting, and I kept just a very few because I had a lot of them, and now I've decided to maybe, if I can find them on the dollar table like this one, I may just pick a few up because that's probably one of my favorite old school lowrider castings that Hot Wheels makes. And I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick them up for $1. So I went ahead and picked that one up. Ron and Teresa's here. What's going on? Good to see y'all in. And then, of course, I went and I picked up this. This is So Fine, but it's got that SoCal deco that's very prominent. These are very prominent back on the the salt flats. This is the kind of basically paint jobs, old school paint jobs they used to put on SoCal when they used to race there, and I just like that casting, and for $1 I'm not going to pick that up. And then I picked this one up. I think everybody, this is a Johnny Lightning, but everybody knows this Fireball 500, I think, and this, the main reason I know about it is because of model kits. And that's why I picked it up. Like I said, on the dollar table, I picked some of this stuff up on the dollar table, and I just cannot. I have to pick it up just because, you know, it is what it is on this. Let me read some of these comments, and we'll get back going over the rest of these. Ron Teresa says, you still going to Dallas even though you didn't get tickets? I am leaning toward not, because I just don't. I don't know if it's going to be feasible for me to go if I don't have tickets for that. I'm not 100% sure because, it's about a 11-hour, 12-hour trip or a little bit more. So I really don't know. I haven't 100% ruled it out, but probably not. That's kind of where I'm leaning, but it's too soon to say 100%. So, that's sharp, yeah. Hey, everybody. I don't know how behind my thing is. I'm trying to hear, because I can hear it in here. I got my earbud in, so maybe I can hear how slow. It's a little slow, but at least it don't look like it's buffering too bad. So, anyway, I went ahead and picked up the, on the dollar table, I went ahead and picked up the, funny car. This is a Monopoly funny car. Let me see if I can get that. I think it does better if I block some of this light. But this is a pretty cool funny car. I hadn't seen this one. And this is an old school one. This is when they were playing Manus. Still had the Johnny Lightning. But this is one of the Monopoly funny cars, like Plymouth Satellite or whatever right there. But went ahead and picked it up. It was in the dollar box. And then also on the dollar area was this, I had to go ahead and pick up the Monopoly get out of jail bus. I just thought that was really cool. And, but I also picked up the Partridge Family bus just because I had to buy it off the dollar table too. It was really cool. So I went ahead and picked it up. And then, as far as Matchbox, y'all remember this show? I don't know if some of y'all may have watched it back in the day, if y'all can read that. The Vernon Shirley and Shots. That was pretty cool. I went ahead and picked it up off the dollar table too. Let me see what, I'll catch back up with the chat. We got a couple more loose cars, and we got some stuff in the package we can talk about. Like I said, if there's anything y'all want to talk about, just pop it in there. I can just, let's see, hi Pops. Everybody's saying hi to Pops. What's up? How's the weather here? The weather here is, it was right at 70 today. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the mid to high 70s, and the next couple days after that in the 80s. I know I heard in Tennessee that there was a big storm coming through this weekend, so not 100% sure how it is at home, but Daddy told me earlier that a big storm was coming through, so y'all might want to be ready for that up in Torreon, Tennessee area. But anyway, I don't know why that looks so fuzzy back there. But anyway, we'll finish up these real quick while y'all are this was a Cosmic Blue there, and it was also on the dollar table. I just can't. That's my favorite Matchbox, I believe, that they ever put out. So I did actually collect that casting. And then some of y'all may remember the old school majorettes back whenever they had metal bases. I don't know if this will show up good or not, but I just thought that was a cool casting. It's a majorette, 57 Coca-Cola blown with it's got the side pipes on it. I just thought it was cool, and it's got a metal base on it. If I can get it to show up that it's metal, but it looks almost plastic, but it's pretty cool. It's metal. So anyway, like I said, I had to pick that up. So that's the loose stuff. Like I said, the red line was my favorite loose pickup, and then of course finding a jet threat in that shape, like that goes to my collection too. So that's good. So that's a couple things that I wanted to pick up. I've been wanting to get one of these since I seen that this was out. Again, I may have to put that sold sign above it. It may be too much light on it, but I picked up the 77 TA there, and the Pop Culture. So thought that was cool. So I picked it up. So I had to loosen it. Before I put that back up here, I didn't know this was a big thing. Somebody had asked me if I found any of these to pick them up. So I ended up finding a couple of them. I actually found these at Walmart. They just put these out. I thought they were cool, so I went ahead and picked one up. And then I was like, well, before I leave, they put two of those things out, so I went ahead and got the other one. So I've got two of those. Somebody was asking me about one of them, so if they want it, I may open one to check it out, because it's some kind of pullback. I kind of want to see that door open and see how the details are. So I may end up open up one of these, but I do like this. I did see the extra large truck and set from the 83s, but I did not pick one up. So I thought that was pretty cool. If y'all hadn't seen those extra large vehicles, they did a pretty cool job on those. I seen 4 of them this weekend. Randy, it's a 77 TA on that white one. And then I actually picked this one up more for the card in the background than I did for the car. Y'all probably remember, I'm trying to see if I can get this to come in a little better. Y'all remember the Muscle Machine cartoons that come out back in the day? I'm sure some of y'all do. These come out in like I want to think 2000, 2001. Hard to see right there. Let me see if I can get it up there where y'all can kind of see it. But anyway, I think he's like 2001 and 2, something like that. Anyway, I picked up this Muscle Machines cartoon, the 69 Chevelle. It looks like a zinger, like almost like a Johnny Lightning zinger, but it's made for the cartoons. But I bought it because I love the cartoon in the back. If you can see that, it's a Trans Am funny car racing the Snake Army funny car on the actual package, which is which on that card, that was the main reason I was looking at that one. And $5, I had to just go on and pick it up. I just thought that was awesome. So picked that one up. Oh, the TA just come out. Um, it says 2025 there on the back end. Oh, if it'll come in or not, but it's a 2025. This is a new series. That there's all the cars that are in the series. I've been seeing some of the cars here and there, like that Lambo and stuff, but I hadn't found this TA yet. So, yeah, I think I've seen everything but there's a Nissan and that 77. So I went ahead and picked it up. And my daddy found me the black truck, whatever color it was, that gray truck, and then I went ahead and picked up a Black Widow while I was there. Now this one has a lighter tint to the base and the grill. I almost bought both of them because he had one with a real dark tint. This is a really, really light tint. Every one of them I saw almost was black, and this was almost chrome. So I'm hoping to find another one in the store, but I probably looked at about 20 of these, and most of them were like a black chrome, and this was more of a chrome. So I went ahead and picked up this chrome one. That's why I have it back there, in case you was wondering. And Daddy found a black one for me, or that dark gray, whatever you call it, that smoke one right before this one. That's why I didn't pick up any of those. I did look for variations and errors on them, but this is the only one I saw with that real light chrome. Still a little bit darker than like a regular chrome, but most of them were really dark. So I picked that one up too. Yeah, it just come out, I reckon. So it's not been out long. All right, now couple of other pickups. I used to collect this cast, and I don't collect it anymore, but I do like. This is the throwback to the first edition, and I do have the prototype in resin for the dairy delivery, and this was the throwback, and it's a treasure hunt. And he ended up having two of them, so I went ahead and picked up both of them. He wanted $5 a piece for them, and I think they cost about $4 in the store, so $5 a piece to get, and I got two of them, so I can rip one, and I've got one to trade around. Somebody needs one. But I wasn't gonna pass them up because, like I said, I do have this first edition still because I have the prototype, and I think this will look good next to it. And of course, it's a treasure hunt. So, but for $5, like I said, I wasn't even gonna hunt it. I wouldn't even want to hunt it for that. They've probably been out for a while. It says 2025 though, so who knows when they come out? Probably not too long ago. Um, the newer stuff's harder for me because I don't really keep up with the brand new stuff as much, unless it's a Trans Am or something like the 83. Um, but I did end up buying a few eras while we were there too. Um, so the one guy had this, and he had just was walking around asking people about it, and I just told him that I collected eras, and he said he had this one that he actually wanted to trade, and I was down here, I don't have anything to trade, so, but he ended up just selling it to me, and so I went and picked it up from him. If y'all can see, that front wheel is black, but the back one, it's hard to show it there, but it is gold. All the rest of them are gold except for that front one right there. So you can see. That was an era that was pretty cool. I ended up getting. Oh yeah. Then I got a couple dollar table era finds. There's the Mercedes-Benz 500 there in red. If you can see the door right there, right above the window, there's a big piece of the metal slag that didn't get broke completely off. It's in red. So I went ahead and picked it up. Like I said, it was on the dollar table. And then this one was on the dollar table, which was really cool. Little Lamborghini there, missing the front wheel completely. Right there. Said you go check out them dollar tables. You never know what you're going to find. I found a couple of them. And then that other guy just happened to have that other one. So I thought that was really cool. So I picked up those arrows. Then I picked up, let's see, everything else I got at the store. I hadn't seen this car in a long card before. This card's been out a lot. I've seen this car in a short card quite a few times, and I've seen this car in, it's called something metal, because Mastio makes this car still. This is Walmart's brand. I guess they bought Mastio's. It's a Venture Force, because it'll say made for Walmart, whatever. But anyway, Mastio makes it, and I know this was a long card version, so I picked it up. I like the little, that little tune car. I think it looks cool. It just needs some wheels on it. I don't remember having this color of the Magic 8 Ball. This was in the store. I think this was the newest color, so I went ahead and picked it up. So that means there's 3 colors I have of this now. If there's more, y'all have to let me know. Kind of cool. I picked up the silver of the telephone, the quick chat. I picked up the silver version. My wife likes that casting, so I went ahead and picked it up. I picked up a keychain, just because I've got a couple people always asking about the keychains. And then I picked up a couple Ferraris because people have been telling me if I see some Ferraris, pick them up for them. So I picked a couple of these yellow Ferraris up. Nothing crazy. And that's what I ended up finding. I found all that stuff just out hunting that last stuff. So anyway, that's what I ended up picking up at the show and what I've found so far. But I'm excited about finding some of them eras. I'm excited about getting that Trans Am. And then, of course, some of these eras on this I feel like this is an error on this. And then I'm also excited about being able to add another color variation or color swing in the. So I did grab each of those at Kroger yesterday. Oh, okay, cool. So I just went ahead and picked up those because got people asking about them all the time. So, and then I had somebody asking about the pullback. I'm excited about the pullback. I didn't know how cool that would be. It's almost like the Cowabunga, almost. I don't know if any of y'all collect that size casting, the pullbacks or whatever. And I don't. But the bug was too cool after I found one. I just went ahead and bought both of them. I really kind of want to open it and see what it's all about. Maybe we'll just open it and play with it. But anyway, so I hope y'all are finding something good. I know, I don't know if everything's coming through. I hope everybody's enjoying some of the videos. I know that I've got this video hopefully will be coming out next week. But I've got one more, before this video, I've got one more Meekum to come out on a collection video. If y'all been watching Meekum videos, y'all may not like those. Just my first time there, I thought it was pretty awesome time. And, so I figured that while I was out and about, I always looked for just some odd stuff and some arrows and stuff like that. So I collect anything VW, no matter the scale. That's cool. Yeah, this thing was pretty cool. I have not I've never messed with this. I don't really mess with this scale. This scale come out a couple times. I collected them back in the day. You remember whenever they did this scale in like maybe it was a little bit different. No, it was about this scale. It come out in them in 2000. Of course, they've done these scales all the way back in the 70s. It was called the Grand Toros and stuff back in the day. I don't think they ever went over real good, but Pop says Kroger is the hot spot lately, so that's cool. That might be worth looking into if y'all looking at Kroger's. I think Daddy's been finding some stuff there, and he got that black. He got me that black truck too this last week, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna open this bug. I just wanted to see one loose. Ever since I got it, I've been kind of wanting to see it. Um, Pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. On top, let me see if I got that thing. I can show y'all this top of this thing. Um, it's got a skateboard on top and some luggage. That's pretty cool. See if you can see that or not. Got a skateboard and some luggage. Looks like maybe a little tool kit, a toolbox, and then that's pretty cool right there. So I'm gonna see if I can't figure out a way to get this out, because it's got a rubber band on it. You know how everything is, if you leave it in the package with a rubber band, it's gonna mess up the paint, like from back in the day. I don't know if they've got any better at that. So Big Air Bel Air in blue and the pullback racer. I've not found that yet, so I definitely need that. I keep seeing that they were going to do a 55 gasser. I don't know if that's true or not, but I keep thinking I've heard something about it a couple times. So I don't know if that's true or not. Trying to figure out how to open this thing, because it's got a piece of plastic on the bottom you're supposed to twist. But it's no easier than, well, I guess it is a little bit easier. Okay, we got her off here now. Well, that's cool. It's got a little bit of weight to it. I was really surprised. Starting to buffer. I hate to hear that. I didn't know it would be buffering. It's cool. It's got the safari window on the front there. The doors open and stuff. Let me get you some. See if that shade does any better. But it looks cool. I'm really surprised. I really like that. I hadn't seen the Big Air Bel Air, so I'm definitely going to be looking for one of them. And there's your bottom. Now the bottom is plastic, but the rest of it's metal, so it's got a little bit of weight to it. And I guess it pulls back. I hadn't tried it before. Yep, there's your pullback action. Pretty cool. Now that bug, I kind of like that. That's kind of one of the. I'm excited. I want to get that. I got to see the extra large truck, whatever you call that thing. It was called a truck. The 83 Silverado in that extra large series. I want to see one of them out of the package. I've seen one in, but I didn't want to give the money for it because I want to pick one up. I want to get a couple of them. I'd like to get a couple of them. I want to open one of those for sure. Kind of excited. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be customizing those big ones, I would say. And that bug is really cool. I'm really surprised how much detail they put on it for a pullback. But yeah, that's really cool. It's a cool size too. But anyway, that's pretty much what I've found, and that's what I've got. Probably be another about. I'm trying to think. We'll probably be home in another week or two. I've got another Hot Wheels show to go to this coming weekend. There's actually two going on. I forgot the paperwork for them. Let me pull my phone out for a minute Let's see if I can show you a couple things. Says you're good now. Yeah, I figured I was buffering too because I lost a few people, but that's all right. We'll roll with what we got. But trying to see if I can get over here and show you. Oh yeah, I did see this. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I did see that big scale Volkswagen monster truck car this weekend. I thought that was pretty cool. I hadn't been looking for a lot of that. I hadn't been looking for newer stuff much. I'm gonna look at the. I was gonna try to see if I can find out about that show. There's two shows. There's one going on Kissimmee Saturday, but I don't think I'm gonna make it to that one. But I'm gonna. I'll bring up the billboard for the other show real quick. Um, and the good thing about this show going on this weekend, once you get the show that they're having this weekend, if you get to it, it has a what am I trying to say? Um, well, shoot, trying to get it to come up, but it's having a big car show and swap meet around the actual building where they're having the um, Hot Wheel show. So there'll be a car show and a Hot Wheel show. So probably be a little bit of both whenever I go. I'm hoping Sunday for that. It should be a pretty good show. I'm trying to get it to pull up right now. Trying to keep everything from buffering too without messing with my phone. Uh, Trying to pull that up real quick. This is the well. If I want to get it pulled up here, and then y'all can scan it or anything y'all want to do to it if y'all want to. It's the if I can get it to come in the Toy Car Expo. Well, I can't get it to come in, so anyway, Toy Car Expo. It's going to be at Port Charlotte, Florida. If anybody's going to be around that area and want the address, we can get it put in. But I'm going to be there probably Sunday, and well, the plan are to be there Sunday because it's a Sunday show. But and there's a swap meet going on at the same time, so should be a fun time. So I plan on um, having more information. I mean, I'll plan on doing that this weekend. So and then uh, that's the swap meet that's going on. I'm trying to get it to come in, but for some reason it's having a hard time messing. But anyway, um, if anybody's gonna be around that area, that's a good show. Got Huntsville in a couple of weeks. That's a good show. I think it's February 14th. Matter of fact, I think my wife was saying, which is Valentine's Day. So you've got that coming up. If y'all have not been to that show, it's a big show. Um, Trying to think if y'all got any more shows y'all can think about or y'all want to talk about, put it in the comment. I'm trying to remember all the different shows that's coming on or coming up. Um, there's one in Kissimmee tomorrow or Saturday. I'm sorry, but it's a different show. I hadn't been to it before, so I probably won't make it to it because we're going to plan on going up Sunday. Uh, it's right up. I think it's right down below Tampa, Florida area. So it's a quite a bit of drive. So I think it's about 4 hours almost. So we figure we'll just get up and do that Sunday and have a good day of that. So, but anyway, I really don't have a whole lot more. If y'all want to talk about anything, we can. I'm just hanging out right now. Looks like everything's working pretty good right now with the feed, which I'm excited about. Um, so anyway, um, Looks like we're dropping people again, so it must be buffering again. I don't know. Everything kind of seemed like it slowed down, but anyway, well, I guess if I don't know what else much to say. Like I said, we're here in Florida, so I ain't got my whole, all my Hot Wheels to go through or whatever yet. So I just thought we'd go over what we found. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up. Then looks like we got a few people still left. We had a lot of people dropping out, so I must be buffering again. So anyway, I apologize for buffering, but I hope everybody had a good little chat. We'll try to do it again next Tuesday. If y'all want to come by, awesome. If not, that's cool too. But anyway, I hope everybody has a good week, good weekend, and hopefully we'll catch y'all next week. So y'all have a good one, and we'll holler at y'all next time, and we'll see what we can find. So hope everybody finds something real cool, and we'll catch you on the next one.